GT Countdown. The top 10 most anticipated games of 2011.
While finishing up last year's Game of the Year awards, we couldn't help but be in awe at the tidal wave of kick-ass games coming our way in 2011. Lots of difficult decisions helped us stay on top of what this list really means. There are dozens of games we're looking forward to next year, and there are nearly 20 that are right on the cusp, but these 10 are stuck somewhere between games that dominate our thoughts and the games we know next to nothing about. It's that combination of mania and mystery that brings on horrible, twitching pangs of anticipation.
Number 10. Portal 2.
Portal's scientific method wins our hearts with its witty script, mind-twisting mechanics, and the tantalizing promise of cake. Now it's time to strap on the heel springs and start spraying the repulsion gel. The promise of gooey accelerants is sure to make tackling the Tesseracts a gleefully queasy experience, and your robot buddy can even hold your hair back and give you a hug with a full-featured co-op campaign. Still, the chance to hear GLaDOS' chromatic arpeggio ring through the ruined halls of Aperture Science has us keenly bleaching our lab coats.
I think we can put our differences behind us.
Number 9. The Witcher 2, Assassins of King.
Prepare to fight!
Geralt of Rivia's tale of monster slaying and political intrigue continues as The Witcher 2, Assassins of Kings picks up just months after the first game's mysterious ending. Integrating player save files with 3 alternate openings, the branching story factors in previous alliances as you search out a deadly conspiracy. We're ready to dig deep into the redesigned battle system and learn more about Geralt's cloudy past. But what has us most excited are the difficult moral choices, challenging players to think beyond simple binary roles. The Witcher 2 is undoubtedly our sleeper pick for 2011.
I'm no avenger of orphans, no executioner for hire. I'm a Witcher.
Number 8. Gears of War 3.
The gears of progress can't turn fast enough to satisfy our anticipation for the return of this heavy, hard-hitting shooter. Things are looking worse than ever for humanity as the last cities crumble and the government disbands, but they're looking awfully good for Gears fans. All the standard sequel stuff seems well covered with fresh characters, messy new weapons, and hideous tentacle threats, and big additions like Beast Mode, reversed Horde Mode where players play as Locust to tear apart cogs, augmenting Gears' established style of meaty multiplayer. The series has hit hard and made an impact with both its previous installments, and it's a safe bet that Gears 3 will arrive with similar force.
Number 7. Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception.
Naughty Dog's impressive track record hasn't steered them wrong yet, which is why Drake's Deception is so alluring. The teaser trailer unveiled at the Spike VGAs speaks of profound words. Be careful what you wish for. Well, we wish we could play the next treasure hunting escapade sooner than later. We're already drooling over Drake's impressive air tackle, the gorgeous graphics, and movie-like cutscenes. Add to that the expansive new set pieces, only ways to dish lethal fisticuffs, and Sully's cigar-toting mannerisms, and you have the makings of a game we simply can't wait to play.
Perfect.
Number 6. Deus Ex, Human Revolution.
New installments of long-dormant series are always a sketchy proposition, particularly when it comes to names like Deus Ex. A series as revered as this one will have an extra critical eye cast upon it. So why are we excited about Deus Ex Human Revolution, especially when you consider that there's an all-new team behind it? Timing, for one. The style of the game that the original Deus Ex pioneered is now in full bloom. There's arguably never been a better time for Western RPGs. Second, and most importantly, the developers at Eidos Montreal just seem to get it. What we've seen of the game looks like it marries the RPG mechanics with the first-person action quite well. Spectre and Smith may not have their fingerprints on this, but this is one prequel we're looking forward to, nonetheless.
Number 5. The Legend of Zelda, Skyward Sword.
Nintendo finally blew the lid on Link's long-awaited adventure at last year's E3, but the tiny sampling isn't nearly enough to satisfy our appetite. Going hands-on with the new Motion Plus controls hasn't quelled any reservations we have about the combat, but we're still waiting for a glimpse of the drastic shakeup to Zelda's patented formula Nintendo has been touting. With so much mystery behind a series that has continually delivered, we're dying with anticipation and fear at the same time, which lands it at number 5.
Number 4. Rage.
With all the processing power of the new consoles and the behemoth that is the PC, developers have been more than happy to pump out more polygons and flashier effects. Rage is taking the back way by using all this headroom for enemy AI, and it definitely shows in how they unpredictably bound about the environments. When you factor in the expansively realized open world, factions of gangs warring for territory, and Carmack's mega textures, Rage is one of those games that is looking like the total package. Now if we could only get a glimpse of more than the swatch of gameplay it showed at E3.
Number 3. Batman: Arkham City.
I need details, Captain. Tell me everything about him.
We haven't seen a single sucker punch of gameplay, and exactly how Gotham's grid will be laid out still remains a riddle, leaving us all dying to break back into the nut house. The plot is certainly unique, even for the comics, with Bruce's secret identity coming into question for the first time in a Batman game. That and the latest trailer reminds us just how much damn fun the first Arkham is to play. With the sequel currently hiding in a pile of screenshots, there's still so much left to uncover, including more bosses and areas, potential sidekicks, and multiplayer possibilities. The trailer released at the Spike VGAs only stokes the fire.
Your ultimate weakness? I know you are Bruce Wayne.
Number 2. Mass Effect 3.
The first week.
Our 2010 Game of the Year looks like it'll continue with a bang this year, and we're full of questions. Depending on your actions in Mass Effect 2, the conclusion you experienced might well have been utterly shocking. It boggles the mind to consider how Mass Effect 3 could pick up at all the various places where its predecessor might have left off, let alone stitch these narrative threads into the startling scenario depicted in the VGA teaser trailer. But BioWare has proven that it has the follow-through to do right by the decisions we make, so we trust that our shepherds are in good hands. By all accounts, the Mass Effect trilogy is set for a stunning conclusion this year, and we can't wait to experience it.
There won't be an Earth left to save.
Number 1. The Last Guardian.
We've been burned by The Last Guardian before, as its release date has been almost as elusive as the feathered creature in the game. We've nominated it for countless lists only for it to never see the light of day. But it's been announced that The Boy and His Beast will finally be hitting the US at the end of 2011. With all the pieces finally falling into place, 2011 is steadily shaping up to be the year of the Griffin, yet still some questions remain. Just how does the game play, and will it live up to the colossal expectations? More than any other game this year, we can't wait to fill in all the blanks on what should be a truly epic adventure.